Hello everyone, it's Leo, and let's talk about episode 18 from Tropical-Rouge Precure. What a fun episode. Oh my god, Laura is now experiencing the school life. I loved every second about this girl. This episode was everything. Laura is everything. I just love her so much. And right at the start of the episode, we learned something very interesting. Laura can shift between mermaid and human form, it seems, at least at her will. It was time for her to go to school. She was in her mermaid form. She got out of the bath and she just got back into being a human. And we saw later on in the episode that it doesn't matter if she's in contact with water. She can just, it seems she can shift. That's very nice because in past seasons, sometimes we had cures in which they had other forms. When they became cures, they just assumed the human form and they couldn't go back to another form they had. So it's very nice that Laura can still be, she is still a mermaid. I loved that. And that first scene of both Manatsu and her getting ready to go to school, taking pictures, and they even made like a special drawing for them when they went to school. I really like that. Her costume as well, her uniform is a little different because she's a transfer student. Is she an exchange student? I think she is. So she went on to Aozora school. I don't even remember the name of the school. I don't know. And Yuriko appeared. It's been a while since we saw her, so it was nice seeing her again. And then we saw Laura being presented to the whole school. Before that, we saw Yuriko talking about being like exercise month or something. Girl, no. No. Oh my god. I was just like Minori, like, no exercising for me, okay? I'm sorry. But then Laura was introduced to the whole school. She presented herself. She talked about Grand Ocean. The girls were like, Laura! I love Asuka's reactions in this episode. She's always so concerned and over concerned about Laura. I love that. I really love Asuka's and Laura's dynamic. Girl, it's so fresh, so different. I love this. And she was like, I don't even know which club I'm going to be part of. I'm going to be good at anything. Just throw anything at me. I'm going to be the best at it. I'm sure of it. I love this queen personality of hers. And I'm glad they're not taking it out after she becomes a human. Like, girl, thank you so much. And it was very funny. Like, people started clapping and she was like, it was just like Lady Gaga, I live for the applause, applause, applause. Laura, that's your song from now on, girl. You definitely live for the applause. She loved it. She lived for the applause at that scene. Like, this is important for her. And it was very funny, like, seeing her say that she will become queen. And people were like, what is this girl? Is she cuckoo or something? Like, what is going on? People were very confused, but she said she was very good at swimming, so that was an important point for one character specifically, because then she would later on go and talk to her and invite her to the swimming club. Before that, we had other interesting moments. We saw Laura getting to sit right next to Manatsu. We talked about that in episode 1. Do you remember when we were talking about the first episode? We saw that moment and we said, girl, mid-season cure, she's gonna come and sit right at Manatsu. And we knew it was Laura. So it was like, Laura's gonna sit right next to Manatsu because there's a vacant seat. And Laura knows a lot about the ocean. She knows everything. Girl, she's knowledgeable. True queen, but she knows nothing about anything else. It was very funny. Very well thought. Right at that moment, we also saw Kururun. Kururun now has the whole aquapod just for her. Kururun, good for you. That's what you deserve, baby. You deserve the world just for you. You are the best. You are the owner of this world. And then we saw the villains. Now the villains are very angry because there's a new cure. The mermaids turned into a cure. They're like, girl, it was already hard enough the way it was. It's going to be harder on us. Oh my god, I'm tired. And Butler said that the queen was very angry. We were able to see that. We were able to have a flashback at that moment. Queen was very angry when she learned that Laura became a cure. She didn't do anything because she can't. She has no motivation to do anything. She can't leave her bed. This is very weird. And Butler was very concerned about the queen. I'm talking queen, but no, it's witch. I'm talking about the witch. We didn't see the queen in this episode. So Butler was concerned about her. And he was like, you have to collect motivation. Elda was like, girl, no, I'm gonna clean. I'm a maid. And Shongire, I'm gonna cook. I'm a cook. I'm a chef. And it all fell down in the arms of the queen, Numeri. I love Numeri, so I was very happy to see her. But it's very interesting that the villains don't like going after the cures. They don't like going after them. They're always unmotivated to go after the cures. So they want to do what they're supposed to do. Like, they all have jobs, they all have occupations, and they also have to go and collect motivation, but that's what they don't like doing. So it's very, like, those little details about the villains are very interesting, I think. Maybe they're gonna play out a little later. I really want to know more about them. I really love the team of villains in Tropical-Rouge. All the 5 of them are very interesting. I really like them. But coming back to our cures, we have Laura being invited to join the swim club. So she goes and she's like, oh my god, I'm the queen. And look, I always dreamed of a cure with that Ojo-sama laugh. And girl, she did this so many times in this episode. I really loved it. And then she went on to see how the swim club is, and she was invited. She was like, I'm ready to come. And so she went there, and she changed. While she was changing, the girls started fighting. The girls already transformed without her. And then she came back and transformed. The interchange between her and Numeri was nice. The dialogue between them was nice. And she transformed. She has a little new introduction to her transformation. And then she transformed and she started fighting. The fighting scene itself was cool. It was not on the same level of the other fighting scenes of other seasons that we usually have for the mid-season cure after she arrives. After a while, we always see the mid-season cure kicking some ass. Laura did it nice, did it nice in this episode. La Mer did it nice. It was okay. It was not stellar, but it was good. It was interesting the way she fought. And one thing I really liked about this was that they kind of created a little situation there, and we saw Summer's solo attack. It's also been a while since we saw it, so it was very nice seeing it in this episode. So they used like a little bit of strategy, which I like when Tropical-Rouge uses it. And so we had Coral, we had Flamingo and Papaya also stepping in, and then Summer using it to weaken the Zenzenera Neda so that Laura could get the motivation back and then use her solo attack. I really liked that dynamic. It was very interesting. And then Numeri went back. Numeri was like disappointed that she didn't get the motivation, but she's like, I'm going to leave gracefully. I loved that line. Like, what? And then we actually saw Laura swimming. Look, I love that scene, and that scene, I think, embodies what Tropical-Rouge is about. Tropical-Rouge is a fun season. It's supposed to be lighthearted. It's supposed to make you laugh. It's supposed to make you endeared to the characters. It's supposed to make you have fun with them while also understanding their side. So in this episode, we see Laura laughing a lot and thinking she's the almighty queen and everything. But she completely forgot that she is in a new environment, in a new situation. And now she is not the queen that she used to be as she was a mermaid. She has a new body. She works differently. So it was very nice, that beautiful scene with no soundtrack. She was just jumping and the girls were watching. Kurun was watching. And then she fell into the pool. It was like, oh my God, what a beautiful dive. She couldn't swim. That scene killed me. I laughed loudly. Look, I loved that moment, and as I said, I think it embodies Tropical-Rouge, because like, you think we're taking ourselves seriously? Think again, we're not. So girl, that was awesome. And it was very funny that they showed Kururun enjoying herself while Laura was like, help me, I can't, help me someone. Girl, that scene was everything. And the scene after that was also very interesting, with the girls holding Laura. Like, Laura was like, if I get to my original body, I'm gonna be like, and the girls were like, Laura, shut up. And those moments of Laura, like, Laura, please stop. Asuka was always there. It's, as I said, I love the dynamic between both. So Asuka got her, Manatsu got her as well. And so Laura was very frustrated and she wasn't able to swim very well. She wasn't able to shine as she was supposed to, as she liked doing. And another thing about Tropical-Rouge is I think that they're trying to give the characters another perspective on everything about their lives. Coral had it, Sango had it, Minori also had it. Asuka is learning to have it. Manatsu, since the start, she changed the perspective of her life. And now, Laura already had it too, because her perspective was find the cures, become the queen, and she started being friends with the girls and started to want to be with them and enjoy their lives with them. That culminated in La Mer. And now, Laura is learning to deal with the fact that she hasn't been a successful queen in her first day at school. But Manatsu gives her another perspective, which is you had a lot of fun in your first day at school. There's nothing more important than that. You enjoyed yourself, you laughed, you lived, and you loved your day. Try to notice that. And then Laura, it dawned on her that she is actually enjoying it, no matter if she is being the center of attention, no matter if everybody's applauding her. She is having fun and she is enjoying herself. And the last scene of the episode was also very endearing, with the girls, realizing that Laura, since the start, wanted to be part of the Tropical Club. And it was very interesting. That scene was very interesting because that's what I say when I talk about Tropical-Rouge. Give the girls, every girl, a time to shine. And that scene was an example of that. We have Manatsu cheering her on and very happy that she was part of the Tropical Club. Asuka teasing her and saying, I knew you always wanted to be part of the Tropical Club, right? And then we have Sango saying like, oh, this is so Laura. Sango is able to notice Laura's personality very fast. Like she doesn't question Laura's high and mighty ways because she knows that's who Laura is and she accepts her just like that. And Minori, at that scene, the girls were holding Laura. She comes to the girl from the club and says, don't worry about her. I love it. And her poker face throughout the whole episode. I love Minori so much. It's so hard choosing a favorite in Tropical-Rouge. Oh my god. Anyways, episode 18, a great episode. Stellar. I loved it. Incredible. Next episode, we're going to have a creepy doll. I don't want to watch that. It's very scary to me. But yeah, I'm very excited too. I think next episode, we're going to have great visuals and I cannot wait. So please share your opinions and thoughts on episode 18 in the comment box. Let's keep talking about it. And I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very, very much. Thank you so much for your support and for believing in Magical Cinnamon. If you'd like to be a supporter, there's a button down below, become a member, or you can join my Patreon. The link is on the description box as well. If you've watched up until now, thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye bye!